fun day. This is a fun day. So for the parents who are here, I don't know if they understand what exactly is going on today. So this is going to be, we're going to blast this place out. This is going to be awesome. So many celebrations. We're going to learn some things about some people. We're going to celebrate a lot of you and all the hard work you've been doing. It's going to be super cool. So first of all, you know, it's College Jersey Day. It's College Jersey Day. Yeah, come on, let's go. What you should do, boys and girls, is when you're walking around the building today going to your different teachers, you should go up to your teacher and you should say, I see you went to the University of Illinois. What was that like? How did you get into that school? Find out what it took, because we want to make sure that all of you, by the time you leave Stevens Elementary School and you go to Camp Ernst, that we have you securely on that journey to what we're calling, you've heard this before, college, career, and life readiness. We want to set you up, and you are set up, you're ready to go. But it takes effort on your part. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we've got this crazy hat thing happening. Look at those hats. I mean, oh my gosh, Mrs. T, Miss Tallarigo, what is that? Hooray! She's wearing her slider. Wow. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I see somebody with a mohawk. Look at that mohawk. You know what?
Oh my God, that's
Be listening because there may be some adults in this building that will be sporting mohawks later, depending on how well you do with the pasta for pennies. So, speaking of pasta for pennies, we're going to start with that. Here, many of us are even here, of helping other people. And that's what we're doing with pasta for patients, or pasta for pennies. There's so many P's. What's that called when you have pasta, pennies, patients? What's it called? Say it out.
alliteration.
Alliteration, that's right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to one of our awesome guidance counselors, Mrs. Steele. Give Mrs. Steele a round of applause.
Thank you. I'm so glad to see everyone, especially those of you who are able to wear the hats. Again, we are going to be talking about our fundraising today for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. You guys have already done a wonderful job. I've been into a lot of classrooms where you've already got a lot of coins all saved up in your boxes, so keep up the good work with that. We're going to start out today with a very special speaker, someone who's very near and dear to all of our hearts, and that is Mr. Norris, and he's going to speak to you about his own personal experience of how our pennies and nickels and dimes and quarters and dollars can help to raise money to help patients so that they can get through this disease and to live an awesome life. So everyone give it up for Mr. Norris.
Good morning.
Good
Okay, yes, so most of you know that I'm new here. I've been living in Florence and this area for about 6 months now. A lot of you don't know that I have, however, lived in the Cincinnati area for a little over a year. So let me tell you a little bit about that. I lived in Cincinnati for about 5 months as a leukemia patient about 11 years ago, almost 12 years ago. And when I was there, I was obviously diagnosed with leukemia, and I needed treatment. I needed help to survive, to live. And a part of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society helped me do that. And being in the hospital with doctors and others alike, they helped me get through this. And the most important part is that what you're doing right now, by collecting money and donating, that's the most important part to how I'm still here, I'm healthy, I'm enjoying a beautiful life. I get to teach and be in a wonderful environment because of what you guys are doing right now. The money that you help collect and send in helps pay for all the doctors, for all the new treatments and therapies that help me and other cancer patients survive. So what I want to impress on you right now is that what you're doing to help raise the money for people like me, you guys are the most important part. Because if it wasn't for you, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society wouldn't be able to help people like me. What you guys do with raising money helps me and other cancer patients survive and live and have a beautiful life. So right now, I want to thank you for everything that you've done, and I want to encourage you to please keep donating, because you're helping so many people by doing what you do and bringing in money. So thank you. I'm going to turn it over right now to Amy.
The good blood cells can't do what they're supposed to do, so try to hula hoop now. They can't work, because all those cells are in the way, they can't do their job. So somebody that gets leukemia might be just so tired they can't even walk to the bathroom for weeks and weeks. They're just so tired because the oxygen is not carrying, red blood cells not carrying the oxygen because it can't work. And you might get a cut that just never, ever, ever just scabs up. Or you might get a temperature that lasts for 2 months because your body just cannot fight off the infection because your blood cells, they can't do their job with all these other cells in the way. But there's drugs that, with the research, chemotherapy is one of the drugs that have been researched with the dollars that you guys bring in. So where'd Captain Chemo go? Captain Chemo!
Never fear, Chemo Man is here! Taking out nasty cancer cells one cell at a time! Where are these nasty cells? Chemo Man to the rescue!
Cheer for Chemo Man! Now everybody see how the cells can work properly now. They're all doing their job just like they were supposed to do, okay? So that's what happens, okay? Chemotherapy, it might cause you to have, be sick for that you're getting it, but it cures people. Mr. Norris had chemotherapy, and he is here today. And that's the thing that we want to make sure you guys understand is the dollars that you're bringing in are helping with research and helping to cure people. And one thing that you might not know, and you might not know, somebody with a blood, well, you all do now because you know Mr. Norris, but a lot of the drugs that are being researched and developed for blood cancers are helping other cancers too. So that should make you feel good too. Breast cancer, there's melanoma, and prostate cancer. So those are other cancers that the drugs that are being researched for blood cancers are helping other cancers. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is you guys raised over $3,000 next year, which is awesome. And I know that your goal this year is $4,000. Everybody give a hand for my help with that. What I want to say real quick is I go to schools all week long. I've been going to schools for a couple weeks now. And what I want to make sure you understand, a lot of times kids don't think they can make a difference. And you can make a difference. You are making a difference. We can raise a lot of money. Last year in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Dayton area, we had 340 schools, smaller than yours, bigger than yours, all different sizes, but together we raised over $500,000. $500,000 is a lot of money. And when you all work together with other schools and you put small groups together to make a big thing, you can do big things. So just remember that, okay, that you can make a difference, you are making a difference. And Liz and I, from the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, we really appreciate everything that you're doing, and we wish you good luck. I heard that you're already doing great, and all the hats, I can see that, so it's awesome, and we just want to thank you. So thank you for having us. Okay, we have a couple of other special guests that I just wanted to introduce you to. We've got Miss Carolyn and Miss Courtney from the Bank of Kentucky. The Bank of Kentucky is our business partner, so they help Stevens Elementary with a lot of different things, and they're going to continue to help us in this venture. So Miss Carolyn and Miss Courtney are going to be coming back to judge that door decorating contest. I've already seen
a few really cool doors decorated to remind us about bringing our money for Pennies for Pasta. So they will be back around February 21st to go ahead and judge that. And they are going to give a popcorn party to the class that wins that. So start getting those doors decorated, and they'll be back to do that. They'll also be putting containers like the ones you have in your classroom, containers at the bank. So if anybody uses the Bank of Kentucky and you go in there and give any extra change, please go ahead and put it in those containers as well. So let's give the bank a hand. Other things I wanted to let you guys know about that we're going to be doing to help us raise money. We're going to continue with our fun dollar days on Fridays. Next Friday will be PJ Day, so if you bring $1, you can wear your favorite pajamas. So that'll be a nice, cuddly, cozy day. And then the week after next, if you bring $1, you can wear your clothes inside out all day long, so that'll be another fun day. Mr. Detweiler was talking about somebody sporting a mohawk, so we got a little preview today of that, but if we reach our goal of $4,000, not only will Mr. Detweiler sport a mohawk, but Mr. Frank will also be sporting a mohawk. So that gives us a great incentive to get that money in. We're going to see that into mohawks. And then we're also doing a little contest where you are guessing how much we're going to raise. We hope to have raised at least $4,000, but I gave each of your teachers a paper where you guys can get your heads together and guess. If we're going to reach that amount, we're going to go over that amount. Put your guess in, and the class that guesses the closest will win a Hospitaliano party from Olive Garden. So you'll get to eat spaghetti and meatballs and breadsticks and all those good things. And then last but not least, we have one other thing we're going to be doing. And that's going to be called our Balloons Against Blood Cancers. And what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks is we're going to begin selling balloons for $1. And I'll give your teachers information about that. If you bring in $1, you can purchase a balloon. And later in the month, we're going to have Mr. Detweiler and Mr. Frank in the blue carpet area, and we're going to try to purchase enough balloons to bury them. Okay, so what you're going to do is on that particular day, you'll get your balloon. If you buy more than one balloon, you'll get to throw more than one at them. And your class will come down, and those who have purchased balloons will get to throw them on top of Mr. Detweiler and Mr. Frank. And we're going to try to see if we can fill that whole pit up and bury them up. So that'll be our last activity that we'll do. So hopefully with all these fun things and good reminders that all of you will continue to bring in your money. Every single penny counts. So if you see a penny on the street, pick it up and bring it in, because every penny adds up. So I want to again give everybody an applause for being here, our special guests.
Other people. That's just so cool. It makes me smile. Watching you guys up there be so excited about helping other people and knowing that Mr. Norris is here and he can encourage us. I have a question for you, Mr. Norris. Come here for a second. When we interviewed Mr. Norris, he told us this story about how he used to come back and forth to Cincinnati, and I think it's ironic. You don't have to talk about what the word ironic means. It's ironic. Where did you say that you stopped and ate every time you came to Cincinnati?
Olive Garden.
Can you believe that? That's like meant to be. That's kismet. Isn't that cool? Give Mr. Norris another round of applause. Okay, we're going to shift gears a little bit here. So, if you remember at the beginning, it was all over the place. We had you drawing balloons, talking about what your dreams are. We had that awesome video where some of you stood up and told us what your dreams were. Remember the song? It was called, let's see, Chase Your... Take to the... Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Well, there's a contest that the state is running that fits in perfectly. Again, it's amazing how these things work out. It's Kismet all over again. And it's called the Dream Out Loud Challenge. The Dream Out Loud Challenge. And all you have to do is answer this question. After college, I will, and you see that little girl up there, become a nurse to help sick people, or become a nurse to help cancer patients. And some of you said things like that, like we heard, after college, I will become a scientist, or after college, I will become an engineer. So we're going to encourage you, I'm going to challenge every single one of you, all 765 of you, to enter this contest. Now, it's not mandatory, but come on. What an awesome way to show how you are learning in school. You can write an essay, you can sit down and write about it, using all of the awesome techniques you learned about writing in your class. It also says, I believe, that you can put together a drawing, if you're an artist, that shows what you will be after college. It also says that you can put together a video. Some of you I know are playing around with video software on the computers. You can do anything that's creative to show, read it with me, after college, let's do this. I'm going to say after college I will. You take 5 seconds, think about what you're going to be after college, or after you graduate from high school, and you yell it out. Ready? After college I will be... See? You are halfway, that's the hardest part. You are halfway done with the contest. Now you just have to show us. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to send out this form to your parents in an email explaining that we talked about it. Your teachers will all have one form, entry form, in their mailboxes so that they know about it. Maybe they want to do a writing exercise on it. Now here's the big thing. Going to college doesn't just take a lot of work. And the good thing for you guys, you are the hardest working group of students I have ever seen. I believe, remember that whole I believe thing? We all believe that you could go to college if you want to. But remember what we said last year? When does that start? That starts now. That's right. That's right. Now, Mr. Hall, and actually Mrs. Minchell, I think, had the video too. Mr. Hall showed his class a video. Mr. Hall, come down here. He showed his class a video the other day. Yeah, give him a round of applause. Give Mr. Hall a round of applause. Now, Mr. Hall's actually wearing my second favorite college jersey, so he's allowed to come down. No, I shouldn't say things like that. Mr. Hall is going to talk to you just a little bit about why he showed this video to his class. Then I'm going to tell you why I love it, and then we're going to show you the video, okay? Go ahead, Mr. Hall.
All right, real quick, just a couple seconds here. The video that you're about to see, a good friend of mine sent it to me the other day, and it ties in well with what Waller was saying. One of the reasons why I showed it to my class is you get bogged down by hearing adults talk to you every single day. Your teachers are telling you to do something, mom's telling you to do something, dad's telling you to do something, grandma, your coaches, your music instructor, piano, teacher, all that kind of stuff. And after a while, sometimes you're like, wow, tuning people out, don't want to hear it. So the video you're about to see is a person just like you. It's a boy your age talking to you about college, career, readiness, what you're going to do after you get out of high school. And sometimes in school, teachers will tell you something, and you may or may not understand it, or you find it's difficult for you to grasp a concept. Then you turn to your friend next to you, and he or she is able to communicate to you in a way that adults can't do that. And so the concept you're trying to learn in class, you're like, oh, that makes sense. If only Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so would have just told me that, I could have figured it out. So sometimes adults get in the way of kids learning. So this is a video you're going to see. It's about being excited. It's about taking chances. It's about taking risks. It's about getting motivated and getting excited to do the right thing. And most importantly, it's a video that tells you that all of you are on the same side. One of the key points it makes is it talks about going through life, and it says that we're on this journey together, and it's us against life. We're all on this path together, and it is. It's all you boys and girls next to one another, working with one another to try to beat life, to be the best you can be. There's a lot of great motivational tools in this video. And I challenge you to find something in the video that says, that motivates you, that gets you excited about doing whatever it is that you want to do. All right? So I challenge you to find something that motivates you. If you see me in the hallway, tell me. Say, Mr. Hall, in the video, I saw this, or this motivated me. I want to hear what motivates you.
Thank you. I gotta find out who that kid is. We gotta bring him here. Hey, listen. I'll forward Mr. Hall's email to all the teachers so you can watch this. There's so many sound bites in there, man. I can't even stop. My favorite one is, you can cry about it or you can dance about it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I mean, how many times have you had to take a test and you're like, I don't want to take that. Or you can dance about it because you can celebrate that you are able and you are capable, and if you persevere, it will feel awesome. There's nothing worse than not trying. And here's another little thing that was in there. If it's not hard, if it's not difficult, it is not worth doing. That is true. If you're in school and it is not hard, and it is not difficult, it is not worth doing. If it's easy for you, then your teacher needs to turn it up and make it a little bit harder. That's what he's saying. And you all can do it. Teachers, please show this video like every day for the next month at the beginning of the day and talk about it with your kids. What does it mean? Now, we're going to celebrate you because so many of you are doing this now. And we've got a lot of people who want to celebrate. First of all, we want to celebrate the 4th and 5th grade students who made honor roll this last quarter. So stand up so we can give you a round of applause. Honor roll. Excellent work. Congratulations. It is awesome. It is not easy. It is not easy to get all A's or all B's. It hurts. Because you have to sacrifice playing game box or whatever it is you guys play these days. You've got to sacrifice watching that TV show so that you can study. You can't succeed if you don't work hard. And I know you're all capable of that. Okay, something else coming up here I got to show you. So you know that we give you some assessments called STAR, or most of you, if not all of you. And Miss Mitchell, she looks at those scores along with your teachers, and I have to say I am extremely proud of how well you are doing. From the beginning of the year to this point in the year, you guys have made enormous growth. Now the thing is, the growth for Johnny looks different than the growth for Sally. Because Johnny started at a different place in learning than Sally. But because they both worked hard, they were growing. And that's what we want. And I'm going to tell you something that relates to what Mr. Hall's video said. In this school, the 3 years that I've been here, or I should say the last 2 years I've been here, this is what has traditionally happened. This is a history lesson. At the beginning of the year, we come in and we're excited. It's August. Kids are learning. Neurons are firing in your brain, and that's what it's called. Then we go home for Christmas break. We come back, and it goes... Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But we're like sailing at the beginning of the year. People are growing, learning, and then we just kind of, I don't know, it's weird. You look at the scores and it kind of flattens out a little bit. It shouldn't be that way. From this point on to the end of the year, you got to keep flying. You got to keep chasing those dreams by working hard. Now, Miss Mitchell's going to talk a little bit about what this chart means. She's going to explain it to you.
You need to listen. You don't get assessed in math yet, but when you get in the 2nd grade, you start to get assessed in math. So 2nd grade, you're blue this time. You have 53 students already meeting the end of the year math goal already. That's awesome. 3rd grade, you have 53 students also. You can raise that number. Alright, 4th grade's in the house with 75. And 5th grade, they're catching up. They got 58 students meeting end of the year goal in math.
Mrs. Mitchell. I want to say one thing. You notice Mrs. Mitchell said, we. She said we. She didn't say you. That means all of the teachers in the building are thinking, I'm thinking as a teacher, what am I going to do to help these students soar? And the parents sitting on the wall, they're all thinking, what am I going to do to help these students soar? Now, I got a challenging question for anybody, but this is probably for 4th and 5th grade. I want to go back to reading. 4th and 5th grade, you look kind of neck and neck with the 84 and 78. However, here's your challenging question. I want to see if you can talk about this in your classroom. Does 84 students in 4th grade mean that a larger percentage of students in 4th grade have met the end of the goal than the largest percentage of 5th graders, and why? So you go back to your classroom and you decide, okay? Because we're talking numbers of students, not percentages. So you go talk about that. Okay, you see Charlie Brown up there? You'll notice in the blue carpet area we took down all the blow-up balloons because what we're going to do is, if you've met the end of the year goal, this is important, I need it every year this way, because over half of you have met the end of the year goal. Listen to this. If you've met the end of the year goal, you are not done, buddy. You are not done. That just means your goal now is even higher. So we're going to have the teachers, and I know some of you already do this, most of you, set some more STAR goals for you, your own goals for the end of the year. And when you reach your goal, like Charlie Brown, you'll get one of those balloons, and you'll get to write your name, and it'll say, I met my goal of 752 for STAR Math. I am awesome. And you can write whatever you want, and we're going to paste them all over the lobby. We want reading and math, we want like 1,500 of those up by the end of the year. We know you can do it. Okay, I need to call 2 people down that I didn't say, who I did not say I was going to call down. I need Jennifer and Ryan, your student presidents, or your student council reps. Come on down here for a minute. Stevens Academic Wall of Fame. Every year when you take the state test in grades 3, 4, and 5, if you earn a distinguished rating, you get to have your name up there for eternity. And our student reps here, tell them your full name. They're on this year's banner. They don't know it. Now they know it. So they're going to come over here. They're going to unveil the banner. You know, if this were the Bulls or this were, I don't know, where are we? Cincinnati. If this were the Reds or you won a big World Series, we could raise the banner to the roof, but we don't have the technology. So you're just going to have to imagine it. That it's going to magically fly up there behind Mr. Hall's hat. So they're going to hold that. All of the students on there, last year on the state assessment, they ranked distinguished in all of those areas. And if your name is on there, you're going to get a photocopy of that to take home to your parents today. I'll give that to your teachers. And I want that banner to be twice as big next year. Because you are capable of doing it if you work hard. Okay? Give yourselves a round of applause. That's your Thank you guys. I'm going to go pull that up back there for me. We've got 12 students here who don't know this, but they're going to get Chase Your Dreams awards today. And maybe some special guests of theirs have come to see you get this award. And we did this earlier in the year. These are students, like it says up there, Chase Your Dreams and Takes the Sky Award, presented to Charlie Brown for inspiring others with your daily desire to learn and grow, no matter how hard it hurts. As a young student, as evidenced by extraordinary, that means like, wow, extraordinary academic growth from the beginning of the 2012-13 school year to now, this date, February 8th. Congratulations for being an exemplary learner. So when I call your name, we can applaud you very loudly, singularly. Come down and get your award. If a special guest of yours has come, we want them to come up with you to get the award. And then walk back there to Mrs. Schilling in the back corner by the steps with your parents, and she's going to take your picture, then you can go back to your seats. And we want to be respectful, and we want to cheer these students on. You all are making growth. I want to point that out. But these students, when we looked at their scores, we were like, wow. That student was struggling so hard at the beginning of the year, and look at how much growth that student's made. Or, that student is an awesome student, and not only are they awesome, they have not stopped working. They know that they're capable, but they haven't stopped working. They've even pushed themselves farther. Okay? Third grade, Rory Tyler. Come on down, buddy. We're a special guest here for Tyler. Congratulations, Dylan. Did you know you were getting this one? No? Surprise. Congratulations, Dylan. Gage Gallagher, second grade. Come on down. Here he comes. Real Gage. Does Gage have anyone here? Here we go. Come on down, Gage. He's got a big smile. Look at that. Awesome job. Come over and get your award. Congratulations. Awesome work. Emma Curtis, kindergarten. Emma, come on down. Oh my gosh, you see what she's wearing? Cincinnati and Kentucky. Well, that's a conflict. Good job, good job. Congratulations. Awesome, awesome. Adam Lauer, grade 4. Woo! Come on over, Adam, get your award. Congratulations, Adam. Awesome, awesome. Our next award recipient for the Chase Your Dreams Award, Victor Laval, kindergarten. Come on down, Victor. Good job, buddy. Awesome. Awesome, good work. Just had vision of the Price is Right for sitting in the back and jumping into the air during it. Good job, Elizabeth. Excellent work. Congratulations. Will McBee, kindergarten. William McBee. Here it comes. Another UK fan. Congratulations, William. Awesome work. Awesome work. You want to come on over there? Excellent. Georgia McFarland, kindergarten. Georgia here today. Good job. Give me a high five. Give me a high five. Awesome. Awesome. Boy, that balloon's about as big as you are. Congratulations. Hayden Kendall, third grade. Kendall, good job. Wait for your family there. Excellent work, Hayden. Okay, 2 more to go. Lauren Roofer, grade 4. Lauren's family too. Great job. Look, give me a 5 here. I'm going to ask you a question and you'll get your balloon. Can I ask you a question? Okay, so think about this. So we've been talking this entire assembly about working hard, and sometimes it hurts to work hard. Do you have to give up some things at home when you study? I mean, is there things that when you go home and do homework, are there things that you have to wait to do?
Yeah.
Like what? What's one thing you have to wait to do because you know you got to get your work done? So you're going to do your math, but what do you have to wait to do?
Spelling.
You have to wait to do stuff. Do you have to sometimes wait to watch a TV show? Do your homework first? Yeah? Well, high five, good job. You have to do work, okay? We also have some first grade winners too. Hold on a second though. For some reason we don't have the balloons here. We're gonna get this organized. Hold on just a second. Okay, our first grade winners, we have the balloons in the office. We've got 2 more, so we'll get to the balloon. Tell us your name.
Gabe Jackson.
Gabe Jackson. And do you work hard at home? Do you have to do homework at night? Sometimes you do homework at night? Do you read at home? Yes. Okay. Is someone here with Gabe today? Come on over here. Come on over here. You know what? We're going to ask her. We're going to see if you actually work at home. Come over here. Let's go talk to her for a minute. So, he's a hard worker at home, right? So, does he like to read? He likes to read. Boys and girls, you have to read. You gotta read. Give him a big round of applause. Leela Silikowski, it's her birthday today. How old are you, Leela?
7.
7. She's excited. Do you work at home? Is there someone here for Leela today? No. But you know what? We're all here for Leela. We're going to give Leela a balloon too. Give Leela a big round of applause. Kendall, Addie, come on down. It's all in the family today. All in the family. You're very smart today. So tell me, when you're at home, do they make you do your homework?
Yes.
So what's the rule in your house? When you get home, what's the rule?
We do homework at 4 p.m.
Turn to them and you tell them, this is how we're ending the assembly today. This is your challenge.
Do the homework before you play.
Do your homework before you play. Give her a round of applause. Okay, we're going to end the assembly by singing our school song. And I want you guys to sing it like you mean